Thank you so much, Meghdut. Can we give it up for Meghdut, please, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Young lady in red, could you stand up, please? Could we get her a microphone, please? It's okay, take your time. I'm getting paid by the hour. It's okay, stand there at your seat. You can take the microphone. All right, what is your name? Shreya. Hi, Shreya. Have we met before?
No.
You seem very happy about that. Will we meet again? Okay, you don't have to answer that. Shreya, I want you to name a playing card. Any one of the 52 playing cards except for the jokers. Go ahead.
Queen of Hearts.
The Queen of Hearts. Do you want to stick with the Queen of Hearts or do you want to change your mind?
No, I want to stick with it.
You want to stick with the Queen of Hearts. All right. Fantastic. Now, in this deck of cards, I always carry one card which is stuck right now, but which is facing the other way, because that is lucky for me. And today, that card happens to be the Queen of Hearts. Big round of applause to Shreya. Shreya, you can have a seat.
Thank you so much.
All right, my name is David, and this is how I got offbeat. Now, when I was a child, I always wanted to grow up and be a doctor. But my parents forced me to become a magician. That would have been so cool, right? You see, when I was a child, I was always the weird kid. I was the kind who would be coming back from tiffin break with a live frog in my pocket. So evidently, I had very few friends. I would immerse myself in reading and painting until one day, I met a guy selling magic tricks at a fair. So I gave him my entire life savings of 20 rupees and learned how to do a trick. And the next day at school, guess who was the cool kid? So evidently, magic took a front seat as compared to everything else, and so much so that during my board exams, I would lock myself in the bathroom and practice magic in front of the mirror. Fast forward to me finishing school, I got a job in a call center, which I diligently did for 6 months before quitting and deciding to pave my own path to become a professional illusionist. Well, in the last 12 years of my career, I have performed 3 times for the royal family of Bhutan, done 3 major life-threatening Houdini-like escapes, around 15 national television appearances, and as of now, I travel the world doing events, both corporate and private. I am literally living my dream. Well, sometimes it can be a nightmare, but most of the time it's a dream. Thank you. You know what? There are times when I cannot believe it myself. But let me ask you this. By a round of cheers, tell me which one of the following professions do you think is offbeat? Chartered accountant. Photographer. Okay, some of you, because right now people are thinking that photographer is kind of mainstream. Anyone with a camera and a watermark is a photographer. So Calcutta Instagrammers, if you're here, don't kill me. Don't kill me. All right, tattoo artist. All right. Engineer. Wow, one person. Clown. All right, all my friends are clowns. In fact, 3 of them are full-time professionals. But I would like to tell you this. You see, me being a magician, my brain is programmed to look at situations slightly differently. So when I was told to talk about getting offbeat, I had a slightly different perspective. You see, though we hate to admit that we are influenced by society, the truth is, all of us, including myself, we actually are influenced by society. And society has drilled into our heads that a 9-to-5 desk job is boring, or that the standard profession has to be doctor, lawyer, engineer. You only get offbeat if you take up the arts or something that is so-called out of the ordinary. You can only be offbeat if you're a musician or a painter or an aquascaper. Now, an aquascaper is a genuine profession. Well, to me, getting offbeat means something a little different. Getting offbeat means pursuing exactly what you want to do with all your heart, with all your perseverance, and with all your passion, and doing that the best that you can. If you are a doctor, save as many lives as you can. If you become a lawyer, bring justice to that innocent person. If you're a cartoonist or a comic, make people laugh so much that they forget all their worries. And if you choose to be a magician, show people that real magic comes from within. That is getting offbeat. You know, I have met so many phenomenal people along my journey, and some of their stories have left an everlasting impression on me. I'd like to share some of them with you. Naval Commander Praveen Tulpale was a hobbyist magician, and one day he gets a call to perform at the children's ward of a cancer hospital. So just for fun, very eccentric guy, he dresses up as a clown and he goes to perform at this children's ward. And one of the kids absolutely falls in love with Praveen, and they dance and they play till late in the evening. Praveen comes back home feeling extremely refreshed that he has managed to spread so many smiles. 2 days later, he calls up the hospital and inquires about this kid. And he learns that the kid had passed away. Praveen was absolutely heartbroken. But this incident ignited a spark within him. So 2 years before he was set to retire, he shed his naval uniform. He shed all his post-retirement benefits, and he dons a clown costume. Today, as Happy Fooling You the Clown, Praveen performs at all kinds of events. But most importantly, he performs at old age homes, orphanages, hospitals, and even to a person on the street. Why? Because he believes in spreading happiness. Not all superheroes wear capes. This one wears a big red nose. That is getting offbeat. There is another hero, another superhero from Karnataka. Anyone know what he's called? What? No. They call him Bridge Man. Yeah, no one's heard of him. I also had until a couple of years ago. When Padma Shri Girish Bharadwaj returned to his village after completing his engineering degree, all the villagers came and requested him to build a bridge. You see, there was a river that flowed between the town and the village. So for children to go to school, they had to cross this river by boat. If someone fell ill, the nearest doctor was on the other side of the river. You had to take the patient across by boat. The village folk were not aware that Girish was a mechanical engineer and not a civil engineer. Building bridges wasn't his thing, but he could not let his people down. So he burnt the midnight oil for months and came up with a design for this bridge. The plan was taken to the local MLA, who unfortunately said that they did not have funds to build the bridge at that point. So the villagers pooled together their money, put in their own labor, and Girish ji provided his services for free, and they built his first bridge. When I met him in 2017, he had already constructed 127 bridges across Karnataka, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, and Orissa. And he had not charged a single rupee for his services. When I met him in 2017, he told me, David, my bridges do not connect one location to the other. They connect people to their dreams. That is getting offbeat. Every single year, so many students are forced into medicine. They don't want to become doctors, but no, Ma and Baba has told me I have to become a doctor. And then there are the souls who get into medicine solely for the purpose of serving people, because that is what their passion is. Dr. Vikas Agarwal of Kolkata is one of the leading oncologists and was awarded the best oncologist of India in 2017 by Kapil Dev, a very highly qualified and skillful doctor and a close friend of mine too. He specializes in all kinds of cancer surgery, from oral to breast to intestinal to gynecological, and he has the most practical experience with minimal access robotic surgery. In spite of all this, he still finds time to conduct hundreds of free operations for patients who are underprivileged. And also he travels around the country. I think the last number was 220, performing or rather presenting cancer awareness seminars, because he wants to spread his message that cancer is curable if detected early, and also the prevention of cancer is better than its cure. That is getting offbeat. But ladies and gentlemen, getting offbeat does not necessarily mean getting offbeat in your professional life. It can mean getting offbeat in your personal life as well. There was a lady who stood up against her husband and mother-in-law and chose not to get her child aborted. That same lady tried business after business from home, not to any great success, but she wanted to nurture her child instead of leaving him at the mercy of a maid. That same lady stood up against her family because her son wanted to follow an offbeat career. She stood up for him so that he could follow his dreams. The lady who sacrificed everything to raise the person who stands before you this morning. Namita Nobo, my mom. That is getting offbeat. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what we choose to do with our lives, our ultimate goal is happiness. And sometimes we may hit a dark phase, and all our happiness may seem to completely disappear. However, life is about highs and lows. And though the lows may seem long and drawn out, happiness shall reappear once again. Young lady, do you mind stepping up? Come on up, make some noise for her, ladies and gentlemen. Step this side, right on the red dot. Congratulations, you're now a public speaker. So step forward. I want you to hold on to my wrist. With both hands, no, hold on to my wrist. Just here, hold on, like this. Not the band, just the wrist. Yeah. Use both your hands. Both your hands, nice and tight, all right? Make sure that at no point do my fingers leave my hand. And also make sure that the handkerchief does not jump off my feet. Sometimes life has a firm grip around our necks. And it seems that everything that we have ever worked for will just fade away. Like that. But we know better, don't we? We know that happiness can be found in the darkest of places. I didn't say anything about this. You see, happiness can be found in the darkest of places. If one remembers to turn on the light. No. step right over here, have a look at the clock, make sure it's an ordinary clock. It is? All right. But ladies and gentlemen, no matter what path we choose to follow, whether it is the path that is traveled frequently, or whether it is the path that we have chosen to pave on our own, believe that real magic lies inside of us. And if we follow our passion, and if we work hard enough, we could surprise even ourselves. That's for you. And you can have a seat and this massive round of applause. And ladies and gentlemen, no matter what you do, no matter what path you choose, if you follow that path, being brave, true to yourself, and grateful for everything that you receive, you too can always wear a smile. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David, and I hope to see all of you again very, very soon. Until then, goodbye, good luck, and believe in magic. Thank you. Thank you.